In this video, we're going to sketch a graph of function using differentiation. So let's have this example. We're given the function of fx is equal to negative x cubed multiplied by 4 minus x, and we are asked to sketch the graph of this function showing all relevant features like the x-intercept, the y-intercept, and the stationary points. So we'll find the x-intercept first. So x-intercept is when y is equal to 0. So 0 equals negative x cubed 4 minus x. So since this function is already in the factored form, it will be easy for us to find the roots or the value of x. So we have x cubed is equal to 0, so x is equal to 0. The other one is 4 minus x is equal to 0, so x is equal to 4. So when x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 4, so our x-intercepts are 0 and 0 and 4 and 0. Just for x-intercept. For the y-intercept is when x is equal to 0. So y equals 0 cubed minus 4 minus 0. So our y is equal to 0. So our y-intercept is 0 and 0 as well. Now we find the stationary points. Stationary points when our derivative or gradient is equal to 0. So we have the given function is equal to negative x cubed multiplied by 4 minus x, can be simplified into negative 4x cubed plus x power 4. So finding the derivative of that function, so you will have negative 12x squared plus 4x cubed. To find the stationary point, the derivative is equal to 0 or gradient is 0. So you have 0 equals negative 12 x squared plus 4x cubed. We can factor out the negative 4x squared. So we will have inside the parentheses 3 minus x. Because negative 4 times 3 is negative 12, and negative 4x times negative x will become 4x cubed. So our stationary points, you have 2. So you have negative 4x squared is equal to 0, x is equal to 0. The other one is 3 minus x is equal to 0, x is equal to 3. We know our x values, so we can find the value of our y. So we have f0, you will using this original function, so negative 0 cubed 4 minus 0, our y is 0. So one stationary point is 0 and 0. The other one when x is 3, so find y when x is 3. So you will have negative 3 cubed multiplied by 4 minus 3. That will give you negative 27. So another stationary point is 3 and negative 27. Let's check if these two stationary points are minimum or maximum or inflection. So let's check the points. When x is equal to 0, the gradient is 0, of course, and we will find later x less than 0 and x more than 0. The other one, we have x is equal to 3. So we have x is less than 3 and x is more than 3. Okay, let's find out. In finding the nature of that point, we have to use the derivative. So we are going to use this equation. X is less than 0, so we can use -1. So we will have -1. So you have f is -1, so you will have -12 times -1 squared plus 4, -1 cubed. That will become -1, so that's -12 minus 4, that will give you -16. So this one is a negative. More than 0 but less than 3, so we can use x is equal to 1. So this is deep derivative. So substituting, so you have -12 multiplied by 1 squared plus 4 multiplied by 1 cubed. That will be -12 plus 4, that is -8. So this is still negative and negative. Of course, when x is equal to 3, the gradient is 0. X is more than 3, so we can use 4. So you have here -12 times 4 squared plus 4 multiplied by 4 cubed. That is equal to 192 negative plus 256. That will give us positive 64. So this one is positive. So our stationary point at 0 and 0 is negative, 0 and negative. So this one is a inflection going down. And at 3 and -27, it is negative, 0 and positive. So this one should be a minimum. Okay, so we can now sketch the graph. So we know that the x-intercepts are 0 and 0 and 4 and 0. Let's check if that's correct. 0 and 0 and 4 and 0. That's correct. And y-intercept is 0 and 0. Y-intercept is 0 and 0. And stationary points, 0 and 0, we have a negative inflection. And we have 3 and -27, which is a minimum value. So let's try to sketch it. So x-intercept is 0 and 0. So this is our x, this one is our y. And another x-intercept is 4 and 0 somewhere here. Y-intercept is 0 and 0 as well. And so with stationary point 0 and 0 and 3 and 27, let's probably here, roughly on this space here, good. So stationary point at 0 and 0 is a negative inflection, so you will have here. And we have a minimum at 3 and 27 here. And x-intercept passing here. Good. So we're just connecting here. So this is our graph going to this point and passing through that one. So with this point is 3 and -27. This one is 4 and 0. And this one is 0 and 0. So that is our graph or of the function negative x power 3 multiplied by 4 minus x. Okay, so I hope you like this video, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.